The group will rank the body type. Here we go.
The shortest, so.
Oh.
Are we really going based on height?
It looks just the same word as attractiveness.
High key.
What do they mean?
See, we like walk on a fine line with these ranking attractiveness videos. It says ranking men by looks in 5 ways.
And the first one is body type.
Okay, so if we rate by just body type real quick?
It's just by looks, how they look. So it doesn't matter like their personality, right? Yeah, how are you supposed to rank these?
And
right?
they throw the dude with the no leg in there as a curveball. Every time we do the ranking attractive, we get absolutely mutilated on TikTok by activists and whatever.
It's gonna happen again?
It's gonna happen again. Yeah. So here we go.
10-second clip.
All right, ready for this? I'm gonna keep it 200. Dude with the no leg has the best muscular physique in my opinion. And then let's give it to Latino brother, third, personally for me. And then black guy, and then white dude at the second. And I'll let Plata boxers and the gay guy kind of fight for the last.
But see, you can't argue with the no leg guy though, right? Like,
well, how does that factor in?
Right, because you can't, another guy can't say, well, I have better legs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you have to kind of like dismiss it.
Nah, you gotta keep it waist up.
Let's see how they start talking about it.
Honestly, I was gonna rank you higher up because I like the tattoos. And I think
That's
that
what I was gonna
counts
say.
as your
I think
body.
the tattoos like deserve a higher spot.
Yeah.
I'm looking at chest. You have the biggest chest as well.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Wow.
So go to the gym, right?
You two would like go like
I
1
feel
and
like
2
it's definitely
for
like
me.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, fair.
Play a huge role in my confidence in myself, and that's a big reason why I'm so heavily tattooed is to draw more attention away from my leg.
You are going over there.
I know where I want to
feel
go.
like
You two definitely go over there.
Okay.
What side do you want me on?
You are way bigger than you got the arms, like basically Chris Hemsworth.
Oh yeah, I would agree with that.
I say Vashon.
For those
I
calves.
think, yeah.
I feel like Tony might be number 2, just because I feel like if you lost the weight, Nick, you'd be more defined. Just
Like, I feel like he has an ideal body type.
But I think you have just more like average body, I'd say.
I'll take
Does everyone else agree?
How did being up there in your underwear feel?
Not great. Didn't love it. I don't
Is it the lighting?
inherently love being shirtless. I try to stay away from it as much as possible. Yeah.
Little red nose.
Little red.
Style, here we go.
No.
Yeah. I am very plain. I don't think I have a style. This is just gym shorts and a t-shirt.
You should be number 1.
Okay,
I think
I'll take that.
That's like the most
Ryan doesn't
You know what?
he doesn't have a bed to jump on this time.
His first get up in the new spot.
They just automatically put him at 1. They said we don't even want to discuss it with you, bro. But imagine trying to fight your style with him. You're like, I'll just let you slide, bro.
And the way he said, okay, yeah, I know. Style based off what though? Like,
But they all have different styles.
and that's the
hard,
thing.
it's
So
hard.
it's funny how people are quick to say it definitely got to be you.
Well, yeah, because then there's loud style, there's simple styles.
Just because you're wearing something extravagant or very different doesn't mean
It's the best.
It's the best or it's fashionable. Well,
I'm gonna one up you. Just because it looks like the 2 brothers are gay, the one with the pink and whatever. Look, just because you're gay don't mean you got the best style. If I'm looking at this objectively,
I think black girl
black girl.
or guy. Or who's that? I thought that was a girl.
Ranking men, but
Oh, yeah. Oh, my bad. I totally forgot the title of the video for a second.
oh, that's a TikTok clip.
Sorry, Silla guy, you have the best style in my opinion.
You should be number 1.
Okay,
I think
I'll take
with
that. No oppose.
I think it works.
Where does your style come from, George?
At some point, I got really tired of like trying to force myself to be accepted by other guys. It's just such like a frustrating dilemma to like force myself into that I just like started just choosing what I thought was cool. Like, I feel like you are inspired by lesbian women.
I'm inspired by my girlfriend. That's what I'm inspired by.
I would switch you two because you both have acceptable like guy, like he looks good, fashion, but I like the color.
Yeah, he definitely puts more
The earth tones.
I was gonna say that.
Yes,
That's very
yes.
put together.
I think definitely for me, more basic stuff is what I like to see, and I think that kind of makes a person more attractive for me. Like, I'm not really into flashy stuff. I'm sure it's different for you guys. You guys probably like to stand out.
I met a friend in high school, and so he always dressed comfortably in case he ever had to defend himself. And I liked that idea, and I was like, because we kind of grew up in the same neighborhood, it made sense. So I always liked shorts. And I always liked a comfortable t-shirt in case I had to run away or something.
I'd love to see you in a long skirt though, like a flowy one too that you can run in.
Jubilee, man, they tested me on this one.
He's in Jubilee world and he's the king right now.
Oh, absolutely.
So now he's giving people suggestions because he's the style god.
You know, Jubilee knows what they're doing with this. You've got 3 gay guys wearing whatever skirts, all that stuff, and then you've got 3 straight men who wear just simple, straight, black t-shirt, whatever. You're comparing apples and oranges.
You wanna know what's funny and how society works and how they operated here was the guy that said you should go to the front quickly in the plaid was also the guy that said, well, that's not my style, like I wouldn't wear that or this.
You should be number one. Well, you guys have the confidence to rock the stuff that I don't.
If that's not your style, why are you so quick to vote that to the front just because he's wearing something extravagant?
I'm so happy that you said that because that's correct. If you say to any of the gay guys, how about you head to 5 because I don't like that fucking outfit, you know what you get labeled as. You are not allowed to just let them do whatever.
And they all agreed. They're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, this is like if you were to rank who makes the best content, ranking YouTubers by best content, but we all make different content. How are you gonna compare me to a kid's channel and say you're number one? Because, well, the comedy aspect for an older person would think this is funnier stuff. Yeah, there's, like you said, all the guys are different, so.
Oh, man.
I mean, that's what they're big on, is controversial. They love doing these mixed matches.
It doesn't make it fair and like entertaining in a way because they can't play properly in these Jubilee videos because you're almost cornered and feeling like you have to make this person go to the front or let their I don't know.
Yes, if you don't let the guy in the skirt be number one, that's it for you. How dare you?
We are not our clothes. Like,
Yeah. Do like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Just wear what you want,
It's
you know?
an attitude.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
If you-
This is a very
They would put this as
Masculinity?
The first person that comes to mind is my stepdad.
Just
really stepped up.
Look.
Why would they? No one needs to explain anything this round.
this one is.
With all due respect, I don't want to hear about your stepdad.
Start walking.
Start walking.
We know you're the one that defends himself. You go to the front, bro. We know what kind of person you are.
Y'all can fight for the last 3 spots, and you 3 brothers can fight for the other
Because
3.
again, there's different types of gays as we learn. You can be a jock
that's
bunny.
true, that's
you
true.
can be a feminine, more feminine. So
There are masculine gay men, but these are not them.
let's say they are.
I hope this is the.
They could all be gay for all we know.
Well, that sounds about right with Jubilee.
Took my mom in when she was sick and took in 2 stepsons, my brother and myself. He has cried in front of me. He has cried in front of my mom.
Okay, you're one.
I know
Okay, get to 1. You and the other dude get to 1.
masculinity, but like I think if you're peak femininity or peak masculinity, you're in tune with both sides of your emotions.
Honestly, growing up, masculinity was taught to me as pretty much just an absence of emotion. I knew that that was wrong, so I've just been like masculinity, femininity, it's not even real. We're just taking traits that all humans can have and applying a word to it.
Yeah.
So I don't know where I stand. I'd like to just throw myself at the end.
I don't like the modern version of masculinity, so I wouldn't associate myself with it.
Obviously,
I can't.
by your stepdad.
For sure.
And if that is your definition of masculinity, and that's the healthiest definition I've ever heard, you deserve to be here.
I'm on my own journey, and like I still got to get my anger under control too. And,
Oh, I understand, but
know,
you had an opportunity to look at someone who maybe not mastered it, but understood both sides of the spectrum. Therefore, I think your upbringing and your way of seeing things
Holy fuck.
makes you deserve the spot.
I like that you said too, you were like, I'm still working on it. If you had told us that like, no, you're the perfect one already, you've achieved masculinity, then you wouldn't deserve the top spot. No one will ever be like a perfect man, but that mindset will make you-
Wait a minute. But wouldn't the most hyper masculine guy want to say, nah, I'm number 1? It wouldn't that necessarily be a masculine trait is like assertiveness?
Yeah.
So by those standards, whatever guy says, nah, I think I'm number 1, and he actually looked the part, well, that's like, oh shit.
Yeah, if you're not going off of like muscles or right how someone looks, that makes sense.
And if you know yourself the best.
And having that demeanor, the masculine demeanor, but this has just turned into identity politics, hoopla.
That means a lot. That's pretty cool.
You give dad energy.
Yeah.
I am a dad, so I'm trying to be better for my daughter, you know. So
Okay, hop to the front, bro.
appreciate it.
I would say he's the most masculine out of this
Yeah,
group.
If I had to make a switch, I'd switch you and you.
Yeah.
Okay, good move.
You know what? Yeah.
You don't have to switch if you don't want to.
I don't know. I actually don't know. I think masculinity, like we said, is one of these topics where it is changing every single day. Like something new comes out.
They're all up
and
there
it's like,
sweating
oh, it's
like this is
masculinity,
probably
it's
a hard
not
round.
masculinity.
Oh, and you got the 20 Jubilee cameras on you right now.
But do you see how they did it themselves? The gay guys on the left, the other ones on the right. Like they sorted that out themselves, and they're talking about masculinity.
We haven't looked at the comments yet, but aren't people getting exhausted at like you have to walk on eggshells with everything you say? There's masculinity and femininity. Just call it what it is, and all the manliest motherfucker get to the top, and the girliest motherfucker get to the. And my definition is based on this and that, and I grew up this. Oh fuck, just get to the one side.
And it's like, You know, it really depends on where we've been throughout our lives, what we've experienced, and what we've gone through. But I think this is a question that transcends, 6 spots. I think this is something that we're gonna do.
See, this doesn't matter.
That you are working through your emotions. I don't feel like I'm at that level yet, so I would put you here based on that one.
I'd say it all kind of boils down to like hormones, if that makes sense, and like testosterone versus estrogen.
Naturally, our testosterone levels are going to drop as we get older. Does that make us less of a man in your eyes then? Because like, okay.
I don't think less of a man. I don't think less masculine either.
Okay, so then should that be a valid argument in terms of masculinity?
I guess when I see a man, like I was able to see like kind of straight away, like where you guys stood, if that makes sense. Like I saw you guys as more feminine. I think a man, it's more about like dominance, if that makes sense.
Do you think I'm less dominant than you?
It's like facial wise. I don't know, I can't explain it.
Facially, I'm less dominant than you.
I guess my
You don't want to play with
definition of
George.
masculinity is more
Why can't I get
traditional. in a
I would have
sense.
said, yeah.
I feel like everyone's was maybe like a more newish, like, not that there's anything wrong with that.
Damn,
I would've
nobody
said
can say that real
And you
talk.
think you're more stylish than me?
I felt bad. He was like trying to give something, and he's like, I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna give up. He didn't want to really say anything.
He said, you gentlemen are way more feminine. You think you're more dominant than me? Bro, never mind, bro.
Never mind.
How about you run the game so you
We're
But
ranking
you also
it.
walked to the end, so what does that say?
He said his little smart remark.
I don't like the modern version of masculinity, so I wouldn't associate myself with it.
I don't care if you're gay or straight, bro. You an asshole, bro. You're being mean and pointing everyone out.
If he walked from the masculine side to the opposite side, what does that mean?
Well, I just think because there's no more black and white definitions. There's something deeper to everything now. So you can't just call it as it is. That's why.
Everything you just gotta, I can't say anything now.
But for them, everyone has to be baby them, and it's like,
Yes,
well,
correct.
you're the most fashionable, you deserve to be at the top and this,
And I'll just shut up.
But when they're at the bottom, they're...
Yeah, they call the shots at the top and at the bottom.
I wonder if they are top or bottom.
I don't think I deserve the top spot. I really do, like after hearing your story, because I didn't have that growing up. I didn't have someone who stepped into my life and really like
Okay,
changed my
I would put the
worldview
jean jacket guy
on things.
at the
So
top.
that's why I think you deserve a spot more than I do. And if
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
100%
Because he was
sure.
saying that. Yeah.
Thank you.
He's not gonna argue.
Because he has the most masculine demeanor.
Wait, what was this one? Facial attractiveness?
Okay, so who does?
Let's do it again. All right, so the masculine, I do think they should have put jean jacket at the top, but he got shut up by everyone else. So.
He wasn't gonna argue either.
No, it's not worth it.
He said, "I'll
It's
be
hard
neutral.
to judge
I'll be
something
neutral."
like that.
I think I'm kind of pretty.
What do you think about that? All right.
Ryan didn't know if he committed to that still.
I'm gonna keep watching.
You have a very nice smile. That's what I noticed. You have a very, very nice smile.
I have a lot of moles, and I don't have a lot of moles on the rest of my body. It's just I just look like a chocolate chip cookie. And then I got
Chip cookies are hot.
and then I got
Crazy that probably nobody
my
paid attention
scar
to
from
that.
when I busted my lip playing tag on crutches like a couple of months after my amputation. I think I'm lower on the end for sure.
If I had to say,
Nah, scars are hot.
Stay there for a second.
Stay there.
Hold
Stay there.
Hold up.
You have not benefited.
Damn, why are you trying to self-deprecate this whole episode, man?
That's an interesting point. The concept of legitimately self-deprecating yourself in a public setting like this, I think is kind of sad. Like
If
if
he doesn't want to argue with anybody.
I can understand it being noble, like, you know what? Here, you get first prize because I don't need it.
He doesn't want to be the first prize. I mean, because look, if each of us were next to 4 ugly dudes, you would kind of look at all them and be like, well, I have to be. So I guess like he just doesn't even view himself like a little more than this guy or that guy.
You gotta know your self-worth. Like, you gotta know your worth. And you don't wanna disrespect yourself. So that's why why would you do this on a public thing like that? Because you're looking for the sympathy, maybe.
In an attempt to like respect others, you end up disrespecting yourself.
That's what he's doing this whole time.
Oh, just go to the end.
I'm not masculine because I also have emotion just like that. Well,
Come on, man.
that means you're cool. You're more okay.
I know you have to, go along with the agenda, whatever. You can't offend anybody on the Jubilee. I understand that. So maybe he's playing that card, and if that's the case, fuck it. But it just like seems
Yeah,
like
that's probably it.
oh, just head to the end.
I mean, because they didn't know what was happening, and then he just got thrown into the room with the lights on. He said, "Oh, we're playing this game."
Mm-hmm.
So he probably just being careful.
It's hard.
Which, like you said, makes these games not fun.
It makes
because
it
are
not
we
fun,
getting
yeah.
the real rankings or no?
Yeah, because they're probably treating him a little bit differently, maybe because he doesn't have a leg, and they're treating the people differently that are gay, and then they're treating the people differently that. So it's like, it's not really truthful or honest really the whole time.
You're not allowed to challenge any of the gay guys, because if you do, it's automatically seen as, well, it's because they're gay, that's why you don't like their fashion or you don't like their thing. It's like, no, I just, his drip ain't it.
I put you ahead of him. I put you 3, you 2, you 1 for now.
Okay. Sounds good, yeah.
Why is that?
I just think they're more attractive, to be honest. That's
You're into us?
Okay.
I don't know, like, you guys both have very nice skin.
Being objective here, he wasn't even trying.
Well, thank you, but
You seem so uncomfortable with the idea of being judged attractive.
I'm actually okay with this spot just because like I have like anxiety tics, so like I tend to pick at my face, so that's why I have a lot of acne scars.
I think you have a very symmetrical face though, and you have a very bright smile, so I think you could also be further up.
I would say so too.
Not in front of me, but
Not in front of me, but I'll take one.
If anything. How do you guys feel? Where do you think you belong?
I think I'm higher.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to be narcissistic. Right?
So
If there's ever a time to be narcissistic, it's now.
I can look at you and I could see myself getting lost in your eyes. You have very pretty eyes.
don't tell George that.
Do not tell George that.
Don't tell George that.
It's feeding his ego. What's y'all's final take on attractiveness here? If I'm keeping it $150, I don't think there's like a crazy standout.
They're all like close. Because the 2 gay guys have a more feminine face, but they all have a cleaner look.
I think that the two Hispanic looking dudes would be at the top for me.
Yeah, again, this one's I don't. These guys are so close.
Yeah,
in
that's what I'm
range,
saying.
It's hard to be like 1, 2, 3.
It's hard to do a standout.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you who the #1 would be. It's
Yeah, because in my
I
eyes,
can
I'm
see
like,
Hispanic guy, but I can see jean jacket guy.
Black
but I
or
kind of
white
see
guy?
black guy, but I'm like, I don't know. They.
But then they're wearing makeup as well, the two gay brothers. So what do you actually look like?
because then what if everyone put on, it's not the same scale that you're grading it off of.
Maybe we should do all gay guys with makeup and then rank that
Yeah,
on
or
best
everyone
makeup.
no makeup.
To my right,
sounds good.
you know.
Happy not to be number 1.
Oh no, number
Also
one.
don't, but there's something like
Off.
no. Like there's something.
No, like I say that because I've had an underbite my entire life, and I got made fun of a lot in
don't
middle
think it was
school
that.
and in high school, even now, like on the internet.
You don't have
that
to share
People
that.
think I have features of someone who has Down syndrome because of the almond-shaped eyes, the underbite.
Oh,
I just, like, wasn't weird looking. So I'm completely fine staying where I am. Totally fine with that. I'm just
No,
saying,
he's not.
I get what you mean. There's just something off.
Wait, let's talk about these almond-shaped eyes because that's always been a beauty symbol for me.
That's what I grew up hearing.
We just let that one
It's
out.
all-
I'm totally fine.
It's all feel bad for me, pat each other on the back.
If you're the ugliest, well, we're gonna call you the most beautiful. And if you have the worst fashion, we're gonna put you at the best. Everyone's feelings.
Yeah.
I'm tired. What is this?
I feel bad for the guy with the jean jacket because he's just listening to each side.
That's how like,
He just gave up.
because I think he's like your average person who's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, he's the ugliest.
And you can't argue in this group either.
Oh, you cannot.
You'll get attacked.
You'll get attacked there and online as
But as
well.
soon as he said masculine means dominance, he was like, oh, they coming for me.
You think you're more dominant than me? Yes, bro. Now fuck off the one.
That's a beauty symbol.
Where are you from? Who's doing this?
Yeah.
Who did this?
The internet. Give me their names.
And also just to call out, even if you had Down syndrome, I don't think that would eliminate you from being the most attractive spot
I
at
agree.
all.
I think it definitely helps to know that like other people are not seeing me the way that I see.
King George.
I wonder how many people with Down syndrome George has dated or slept with.
That's the first time he's ever said that.
People just lie and like they,
Say what you think people want to hear, what the right thing is to say.
yeah, they say what sounds nice. Why can't you call a spade a spade? Michael B. Jordan looks good. Sorry, someone had to say it. Can't say that now.
He's the type of person to expect the comments to say, oh my gosh, he said that nice thing about the Down syndrome person. Like he's looking for those positive comments about him. So he wants to make sure he hits like every
Yes.
good thing. When it's too much and then it's like, do you really mean that?
Being ranked #1, whether it be your face, facial attractiveness, or your fashion, whatever, it feels nice to be #1, right? Like everybody
Yeah.
would love to be #1. But if the only reason you're up there is because everyone else is afraid to like say anything to you because they know they'll get canceled or they'll get backlash, does it really feel that good anymore being #1? Everyone here is
Yeah.
scared of George.
Yeah.
And scared of the concept of saying anything bad about someone who's gay.
Yeah, and what's the line between like confidence and almost being narcissistic? And it comes off, and that's why people are scared to say anything. Because when you're at the top, you tell people what to do and you're high and mighty, and when you're at the bottom, you're mad or you can't accept it.
And you have the two at the top there. They're sitting very casually, very happy at the top spot. And then when the less attractive guy at the bottom say, hey, I know that I don't have very attractive features, then they go, no, those are beautiful. So then switch. But you're not going to because you like being up there because it makes you feel better. You're like, yeah, I'm where I need to be. But the 5, I'll just, for the sake of the crowd,
Let me just be a good person and say something nice to the person in last place.
Like they think that people can't see through that, but.
Be honest, it's okay.
I think second to first.
Second to first? I think I'd put you third because I think your jawline's way stronger than mine. I put you right here, personally.
Any objections?
No objections.
No. I think you have really nice facial features, so appreciate it.
You're almost like one of those elves in like Lord of the Rings or something like that.
Please.
Very sharp nose as
We're
well.
not getting nerdy here.
Also, I like your confidence. Like you have this cool confidence. I think that's part of attractiveness too.
Yeah.
It's facial attractiveness, bro.
Yeah, so I would personally place you higher up. I don't know where.
Number 1, dude.
Okay.
Do you want to be higher?
Cool. I feel like,
these labels
especially
are
like
so
keeping
loose.
you up in number
Overall
1, it's
beauty,
it's kind of like you
like-
have the humbleness to yourself.
That really like
style
resonates
makes
with
it
me.
fun.
Overall
Like-
beauty,
like I
what does
said,
that
I
mean?
don't like attention.
Mixed with
and it's
demeanor,
because I had
personality,
attention
huh?
ever since I had one leg when it was amputated at like 5 years old, you know, and that's why I've never really craved it. It's just I had unwanted attention, and so just to hear, like that means a lot. Like it really does. You guys are awesome. Yeah.
I would put you up second because we got to hear your story too.
Yeah, you had a cool story. Stuff and story.
Thanks.
I agree.
There was beauty being shown all throughout.
Thanks.
You know.
Thanks. I don't.
It's like this exhausting, like,
They're like, okay.
let me get my good points.
Now that I'm the most facially attractive guy, overall beauty, yeah, you go to the top of this one. I already won the last 4.
Wouldn't it only make sense that the most facial attractiveness person probably might be close towards the top of overall beauty?
And I'm not saying the guy that the amputee isn't beautiful, but if he thinks that they're not basing it off of that, then what are they basing it off of? And then you say, oh no, then you, the guy that really feels bad about himself and is sad, and you're overall beauty
The
too.
least
though.
confident guy here, you're the number
You're
one.
the overall beauty now too? Like runner up?
You've only given us reasons to feel bad for you this entire time.
It's like this unspoken thing that they all know, but they're all just
Oh, they all-
around the bush. Like they all know. Like George knows that he's like, yeah, that guy's not attractive. He deserves to be at the bottom. But he's gonna say, you're attractive and you would be over here even if you had Down syndrome.
Because that's the what sounds right, and I'll get my my 10 brownie points.
The brownie points, yeah, that's what it is.
I think I deserve to. You two, not only do you know how to dress, you guys are both bubbly personalities. You know, you've got just this glow about both of you that are very warm, inviting presences. Sweat.
I would disagree. I think that the pink jacket was a bit of a narcissist. I think the black guy was a bit nicer, but glowing this and that. Oh God.
So where would you place
That's what he
yourself?
wants to hear,
Like,
though.
Where would you feel
Honestly,
like?
5 or 6.
It's-
Like I'm just a basic white guy.
I definitely agree you should be higher.
Just from other, like, people's perspectives, like you really have like this good energy that I feel like is really uplifting.
I appreciate that.
Let's put you at a 3. How about that?
Yeah.
Not too high, but not too low.
These episodes get me worked
If
up.
I were to place myself, I feel like I would be right next to Fishan on the right.
If I looked at personality and looks, and even if I wanted to boil it down to like right swiping or left swiping, I'd right swipe on all of you. That's it's just a base. Like you're a beautiful man.
Would you really?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Nah, Rob here.
What did this turn into?
What is it?
No, I won. I get to stay here. I won my choice.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't know if I have anything to say.
All of them? Jubilee's the only place you're gonna see this group of people.
Final thoughts on that.
I mean, that was all over the place.
That was.
I mean, I don't even know. It's like every round is like, what? And then it's over.
Lies and hoopla and woke points and brownie points and self-deprecating and nothing's real. Now, we're gonna look at the comments here real quick and see if anyone pointed out any of the hoopla. Should have them rank each other anonymously at the start and then show the final ranking at the end. I feel like the group mentality weighs in a lot versus what people actually think. Correct, I was gonna say that. If they all did it anonymously, didn't know each other, nothing face to face, you're gonna get more accurate responses. It would have been interesting for them to have a group of women behind the scenes anonymously rank them after each category as well to see the differences in men's and women's perception, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of sad that Nicholas thought that he might get judged differently because of his leg. Babying someone because they're different is more insulting than being honest most times. You can tell he's experienced that before. They're not gonna let us on another Jubilee thing.
Yeah, I'm good with that. We got to experience it though.
They're getting hard to watch.
Am I right?
No, they're hard. That one was hard.
That was hard.
Painful.
I usually remember when we started ranking them, it was like.
Because then I have so much things I want to say in my head, and it's like, then I jumble my words, and I'm like, yeah, this is too much.
All right, see you.
Bye.